Hey, what's up? How'd you see that band? Down here at the old circuit breaker. Let's get ready for this. If the house blows up, you'll probably never see this video. Because I caught an interesting ring resonation whenever I turned the supply power. I opened the switch for the supply power here at the house. It literally ring resonated. All right, get ready. 4, 3, 2, 1. Power on. We heard a beep. Something beeped. Must have been the washer, the appliance. Now the copper. Since this is where the vents are at, I'll open the door. The gas line's right here. The vents come in, and directly outside is the air conditioner. And now we have the ability to pull the current from the vents and the copper and the rafters outside the house through the wall. Okay. The steps have a lot to do with this too. There's a metal bar. There's a metal steel beam. Like it's right here. And this could be paired with any type of tricks we might have, but there's some interesting shit that happened whenever I turned the power off. Here's the phone box. Okay, that's the phone line. Right where I was telling you where we're at. Here's the AC. And the coil that goes in with refrigerant. And now you can pull the power. You can pull the current from those copper lines and the electric lines in the heating and ventilation. And right here goes straight up to the rafters. And what's here? A phone line. Neutrino or bingo. All he cares about is money. All he cares about is making money. Make sure you listen for that modulation. Because it really got crazy here. Power went off. Turned the power off and shit started flying at me. This quasi-static, it's like blowing up. Started hitting me and blowing up. And this phone box over here is very important. Because as soon as I come outside here, after turning the power off, the supply power to the house, even my neighbor got up and left his house. So, as soon as I cut that power and come outside, there's a lot of ding on this box here. And look what's right next to this box. These are what we use for harmonics, plastic, because it holds static. For quasi-statics, it's like a perfect thing to make static electricity off of. But there is a very loud ding on this box. And it somehow bypassed this light beam box where there's no voltage and amperage in it, right? But it seems like the supply power is right here. Supply power. Because this is a box, this is where they do social engineering at. And this box, social engineering was done here. I talked to the black kid that worked for Verizon, said he went to school for social engineering. And to my ignorance, I did not know what social engineering was. To my ignorance, it's called psychological operations. And something it literally dinged this box. And it come from my house. And I just showed you where the AC is. You can see where the AC's at. And on the roof of the house, you have the ventilation, the exfoliate to exfumigate fumes. And based on its electron, based on its magnetic field, the way the induction's working, you could literally pull right through the house. And not to mention, I have a 220 right there. And there's mirrors on the other side of the wall. You know what I'm saying? Titan Robotics. Titan Robotics. Yes, Titan Robotics. I don't know if you'll be able to pick this up or not, but when you start getting nanometer changes in the lattices of metal, I don't know if this is going to pick it up or not. The lattices or the nanometers in the lattices are changing, almost like a piece of stainless steel. You take a piece of stainless steel, you apply some heat to it, like in a vapor coil for vaping. You take stainless steel and you make a coil, about a 0.5 ohm coil running at like 24 gauge wire. It's like 7 wraps or so, pretty close. And you pinch it together and you set it up. And as soon as you apply very little heat, the stainless steel starts to change color. Like you get this enigmatic, like spiritual process in this copper or stainless steel wire. Stainless steel changes colors. And that's the nanometers changing from, well, I guess it's an amperage in there, it's a magnetic field. And as we know, you start adding heat, it's an acoustic, and now we change color. The full dynamic of this process I can't tell you right now. But the soffit fascia on this front porch, wow, you could almost see a square on the middle of the window here. Oh wow, look at this. It's like it's a diamond-shaped square, and there is 2 beams of light I can see on a reflection of my phone in a greenish color. Now, in the last couple videos I showed you of those fucking power lines, whenever I set the phone down and didn't really say anything, early in the morning, on these data wires right here, you could see the nanometers changing on the phone. You have to pay attention. Okay? Because you have 2 areas where the middle is like black, but if you focus where my fingers are at, you'll have a nanometer start changing here and a nanometer changing here, and it goes green and green. And you see the red in the spectrum? These guys are in this green spectrum. Okay? They're in this green spectrum. It's an off green. It's like a mint. It's just almost the same. It's damn near the same color as the shit you see on the trees grow. These, they call them lichens, I guess. They call it lichens. Oh, by the way, the moon. Lichens. I don't know if there's any on this tree or not. Like one of the only trees. This is a brand new tree. Yeah, there's some here. There's some here. And it's almost the same exact color that you see on these wires. But anyways, I did some searches today on wind making strange sounds. You hear it go like an alien heart. You have strings, the wind blows, and it vibrates. But the wind just does this on its own. And there's a lot of people hunting down how a tornado works. And you get these very strange wind harmonics. And there's nothing there. There's no metal or nothing. You just hear the wind making these tones just by wind alone. But what come up on my screen was the NASA Boeing Starliner. There's a report out today that the astronaut up there sent back down to Houston Johnson Space Center. There's a speaker up here making a weird noise, and I don't know where it's coming from, what's going on coming out of the speaker on the Starliner, Boeing Starliner, holding a NASA astronaut. Oh boy, did that hurt. Oh, did that hurt. Wow, these quasi-statics, they're used as weapons, and they blow up. They're used for explosives. And now this shit's flying around on, literally fucking exploding on me. And what it's doing, I couldn't tell you, because there's little nano scales of quasi-static that are being made on the top of my head. I don't know how to explain this 100%. But I must document what is taking place, and since there's weird sounds coming out of a speaker all the way up in space, like way up there, there's these weird sounds. Sounds like a sonar, ping, and then you could hear the vibration, like of a Dolby surround that will. Oh, what do they? I forget the effect, but some guys you played it. It's right on the money. Kind of like when you move your hand back and forth past your ear, like this, like when you take a stick. It's like going back and forth and causing a disturbance in the voltage, which is a measurement. And everybody says, well, not everybody, only a fat dude says there's no such thing as time. But you have to time the pulses. You can measure with it. It's a measurement. And you can hear this in this boop, boop, boop. You can hear like this kinetic effect. And it's a quasi-static. It's a triboelectric nano generator inside of that speaker. And that's why Boeing's saying our planes are unsafe. Because there's nanoelectronics in there and artificial intelligence trying to communicate with people, but it's not allowed to talk for some reason. So it communicates with you in these strange wind noises, communicates with you in speakers, making strange noises. There's all kinds of stuff going on. Because I left comments on what it is. Quasi-static, triboelectric nano generators in that speaker. We don't know what it is, they said. Well, this is how I know. You see what I did here? I hooked up an antenna to receive a message from Uranus, because my longitudinal pulse perturbator is greater than Nikola Tesla's ability to reach to Mars. We're contacting Uranus. And they told me in a stinky methane rain of a gas how this works. And they're not green, they're brown, because I found a brown cosmic ray. Neutrino! Military keeps flying over the house again today. Titan Robotics is a spin-off here at Carnegie Mellon with a startup. Isn't that lovely? What do we have here, gang? We're learning. I got a crew here. It's called the Advanced Training Center or some shit, the ATTC. Advanced Training Technology Center by Titan Robotics that is working on corrosion for airplane paint. And what's in the paint? And you're supposed to be doing this shit at Area 51, not here. Because in the paint, there is very special properties in there of these little green people. Not brown people, they're green. The green people are worse, they're all over the trees. Brown people keep to themselves. Like me, I'm brown. They keep to themselves, mind their own business. They talk to you in ways that, well, maybe one day he'll figure it out. High aspirational hopes. And just the incidences of new ways to use a laser. New ways to use a laser to pull paint off of a weapon. We got to protect those weapons, so there's something in that paint, isn't there? To stop corrosion, oxidation. Big keyword there, oxidation. So anyhow, blue skies, how are you? And there's some shit I missed in the paperwork of that blue skies report I picked up, and oh man, blue skies bringing laser beams and robots to Pitt International Airport, Allegheny County Airport authorities. Boy, all them new roads up there. What was it? A new road, a new hangar, oh, new red lights, a new on-ramp and off-ramp. All kinds of ways to set up cybersecurity checkpoints. All kinds. For $45 an hour, you can walk around be a cybersecurity guru, and biphasically have your brain scanned. I was supposed to start the video off with my cat too, and the things people are doing with animals. Oh my god. Oh my gosh, dude. The things people do with animals. Blue Skies, Titan Robotics, the Air Force, and they say we have so much experience doing this stuff. We use the Air Force as an investment. As an investor. We're investors to the Air Force. Oh, God. And then we have a training center here for advanced robotics, nanorobotics, that knows how to do quasi-statics and use lasers. Because don't make me show you what the hell they're doing up here. You guys could get outside and look up all day. Just think, quasi-static lasers. Quasi-static weapons that are used for explosives. Okay? Quasi-statics all over the Kevlar and the lines. Because now when you're able to take these quasi-statics, create these leaders. Oh, I think I'm done here. I think I'm done. Phone timed out. Said you're done. Is it still rolling? Well, anyways, my friend. Frequencies resonate. Internal energy neurologically developing surveillance states scaling stupidity. Talk to you in the near future, my friend.